Starting the video. Hi! So this time I'm 36 minutes later than I said I might start, but you know, that's Irish time, right? So here we are. Cliffy is here. I'm gonna say hi, and we have our sir of the house. We have our sir of the house. Hello, there's kitty cats. That's our baby.
We have cats.
And the kitties. And Cat's like, okay, you can put me down now because I want to go outside. Yes, and we have a nice scroll on the wall. Thank you, Tom and Debbie. They passed that on to us when they were done using it, and we were very glad because it's I like it. Anyway, so it has been sitting around not getting up on the wall, and we finally got it up on the wall. Yay! Yay for downtime. So, hi! How's everybody doing today? And that loud noise was just the door as Cliffy lets us out. So, happy St. Pat's. This has, yes, there's Cliffy trying to come in here without knocking things over because it's me, so it's crowded. So, happy St. Pat's. Go ahead and stick your head in there. Yours is backwards Guinness. Go ahead and stick your head in there. There you are. No. Hi. Happy St. Pat's to you from us, and love you guys. Be well to all of our urban tribes, and those that are not in the urban tribe, welcome, and we're glad to see you. And happy St. Pat's. Be well, okay? So I'm gonna play some music for you.
And not be overcome by the stupid.
Yes. And that's a Cliffy for the Cool. So cheers, Slainte, to your health. Be well, and
cheers.
Cheers. That's coffee and Bushmills, or maybe I should say Bushmills and coffee, something like that. Anyway, again, not a ton because
I got ingredients list
play
in the right order.
Yeah, list the ingredients in the order in which the largest one is first. All right, so let's do some music, shall we? So I'm going to start with a set that I do with Conklin Cayley Band. It's the Down the Broom O'Rourke's and John Brennan. For those playing along at home, it's a real and A minor for Down the Broom. And I'll do that twice. O'Rourke's is in the key of A, and John Brennan's is in D. All right. is a nice reel set to kick off the evening set. So, hope you're enjoying it. It's good to see you all there. Hello. So, I'm going to do next another Turlo O'Carolan. This one is Lord Inchiquin. Turlo O'Carolan, again, was that really good composer from 1600s, a long time ago. Yeah. This one is a little bit, it's more like a waltz tempo, but not like a slow waltz sort of thing. It's just moderate. Just a really pretty little tune. So now we've gone really fast and we've gone really slow. We'll go back to fast again. This one, I considered singing this next one, but I decided I did not know the lyrics well enough, and this one is really easy to mangle the lyrics, so I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to play The Rocky Road to Dublin. And these are slip jigs for those dancing along at home. So that means that it's a 9/8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So Rocky Road to Dublin, and I'm doing it also with another slip jig called the Dusty Miller. So we'll probably bounce back and forth between those two a few times. So Slainte, I see there's a few new folks in there. Greetings. And happy St. Pat's. All right. So there's Rocky Road to Dublin and the Dusty Miller. So next one, I'm gonna sing one. This is one we used to do with Lori. Hi, Lori, if you're out there. We used to do this with Lori singing it. I'm pretty sure we did this with Belfast Gin. It's called Bedlam Boys, and I've always enjoyed this song, and so I'm gonna give it a shot singing it. And it's right up my alley for science fiction and fantasy because it talks about giants and murdering and the dog and the murdering the man in the moon and the dog and demons and all that sort of thing. So it's all about Bedlam Boys. For to see met up Bedlam, 10,000 miles I've travelled. Met modelling goes on dirty toes to save her shoes from gravel. Still I sing bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. I now regret that ever poor Tom was so disdained. My wits I lost when him I crossed, which made me thus chained. Still I sing bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink no money. My staff has met a giants, my pack and my life carries, for to cut mince meat from, for to cut mince pies, My staff has murdered giants, my pack a long knife carries, for to cut mince pies from children's thighs and feed them to the fairies. Still I sing bonny boys, bonny bad boys, bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. And when I go a-murdering the man in the moon to a powder, his staff all breaking, his dog all shaking, then howl no demon louder. Still I sing bonny boys, bonny mad boys, bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. So to drink not, so drink to Tom of Bedlam, come fill the seasoned barrel. We'll drink it all well brewed with gall, and maudlin drink we'll quarrel. Still I sing bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. For to see Mad Tom of Bedlam 10,000 miles I've travelled, Mad Maudlin goes on dirty toes to save her shoes from gravel. Still I sing bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. Alright. Sorry I goofed some of the lyrics up in there, but yeah. And I haven't even drunk that much. It's just, you know. So anyway, Bedlam Boys, and I'll be working on that song.
I think you may have been channeling Lori a little too heavily, and then she realized, no, wait, I want that part of me back.
I don't know if you heard Cliffy or not. He says I was channeling Lori too much, and then Lori says she wants that part of her back.
Repeat it. I'm allowed.
Anyway, so, alright. Okay, so that was Rocky Road and Bedlam Boys. And next up we've got a few more jigs. So this is Calliope House. Calliope House. In the key of G for those playing along at home. So that is, yeah, like I said, Calliope House, a jig type, wow, words, speaking, Calliope House jig, and then next up I'm going to do one called Dick Gossip, and this one is real. with life. So that was Dick Gossip. Let's see. Next up, I'm going to do another set of jigs. This one's called the Cumberland Reel set. Once again, pulling a bunch of music together so that you have a variety of music for the dancers and for the musicians, so nobody goes crazy. Cheers. This one's the water. Because the PSA is stay hydrated, right?
Hydration is key.
Hydration is key. Key to majesty. Yes, I know I just messed up, but that was a Letterkenny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hydration is key from Letterkenny, yes. I do enjoy that, even though it is, yes, not necessarily safe for work. All right, so Cumberland Reel has Miss Margaret McLachlan and Old Hag at the Spinning Wheel are the two jigs in there. Cumberland Reel. All right. And so I thought I would do another one, and I don't think he's out here, but this one is actually one of Billy Quinn's favorite songs, and he always asks for it out there, so we'll bump it to him later at some point. And if you're at home and you know the song, sing along, because it's a sing-along. This one's Fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbour wall, she watched the last star falling, as that prison ship sailed out against the sky. Sure she'll wait and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we sown, once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. There you go. Fields of Athenry. Beautiful, sad song. If you aren't familiar with it, that's all about during the hunger, when it was a crime to basically have food, and people were desperate and they stole food, and in retaliation they got deported from Ireland and they got sent to Botany Bay in Australia. So that was about a woman and her family and her children left behind when the man who tried to feed them was deported. So nice and sad but beautiful song too. All right, so on to something a little different. We're back into the jigs. This is a little bit more of a March type jig. Somebody this afternoon asked about the March of the Kings of Laos, Gareth, and I looked it up, and I think I learned it this afternoon. So hopefully it goes pretty well. This one's the March of the Kings of Laos, Laos, Laois, Laos. And then I'm going to run it into the gallo glass, which I also learned this afternoon. So hopefully this goes pretty smoothly. have been a little smoother, but March of the King of Laos and Galaglis. And I like both of those, so those are on my list now to actually polish, get up and learn them all. So next up is one that's done by a whole lot of Irish musicians in the area. I think it is Cornbloom and Asenbrook, I believe, are the composers of it. So it's not a traditional one, but it sounds really, really traditional, and it is brought up by, played by a whole lot of people in this area. It's called The Crested Hen. There's Crested Hen. All right, so how about something even a little bit livelier? We can do that again. This next one is listed as a... okay, so we played this with Belfast Gin again, and the piece of music has Buddhist carry and written by a particular person, copyright, etc., etc. And Richard, who gave it to us, has crossed off all of this information and says the Fateful Head, traditional from the Shetlands, and oh really in terms of copyright. So this one is apparently is most likely a traditional piece, and it's looks like Shetland. So again, I'm defecting to Scotland, but you know what? Sooner or later, somebody's going to play Scotland the Brave anyway. We need the bagpipers to pop in. Jesse, where are your bagpipes? You should do a live bagpiping thing. All right.
That's going to be a little loud for in here, though.
Yeah, it'll be a little loud for in here. We'll just have to imagine the bagpipes. All right, so this is the Fateful Head, otherwise sometimes known as Spudiscary.
You maybe stand it in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah, he could go in the kitchen to play. All right, Spudiscary. Nice, fun, vigorous piece. Warm. Warm, warm, warm. All right. So thinking I'm gonna sing another one. Doing a few more songs this time. And once again, Lori, I'm stealing your song. I got a lot of these songs. Well, I mean, I've heard of this one before, and this is actually one of my favorite songs too. But we did some of them with Belfast Gin and with Laurie singing them and stuff and that. But I'm gonna do it tonight. Sorry, Laurie. We'll have to get together and sing sometime. Anyway, this one's called Johnny Jump Up, and it's about something that I really like. I like cider. I really like cider. So beyond the whole cider thing, it's just a really fun song, and I love playing the violin along with it also because it gets kind of jazzy and stuff. But I can't do both right now. If I'm doing just chords, I can sometimes, but I'm not going to try and do that live because sometimes it doesn't work very well, and I don't want to drive you all away. So this is Johnny Jump Up. I'll tell you a story that happened to me one day as I went down to Yall by the sea. The sun, it was bright and the day it was warm. Says I, a cold pint wouldn't do me no harm. I went in, I called for a bottle of stout. Says the barman, I'm sorry, the beer is sold out. Try whiskey or Patty, 10 years in the wood. Says I'll try cider, I hear that it's good. Oh never, never again, if I live to 100 or 110. For I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up after drinking a pint of that Johnny Jump Up. After leaving the third, I headed straight for the yard, where I bumped into Brophy, the big civic guard. Come here to me, boy, don't you know I'm the law? Then I upped with my fist and I shattered his jaw. He fell to the ground with his knees doubled up, but it wasn't I hit him, was the Johnny Jump Up. Well, the next thing I met down in Yall by the sea was a cripple on crutches, and he says to me, I'm afraid for my life I'll be hit by a car. Won't you help me across to the railwayman's bar? After drinking a quart of that cider so sweet, he threw down his crutches and danced in the street. Oh never, never again, if I live to 100 or 110. For I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up after drinking a pint of that Johnny Jump Up. I went up the Lee Road, a friend for to see, and they call it the madhouse down at Cork by the Lee. But when I got there, the truth I do tell, they had that poor bugger locked up in a cell. Says the guard testing him, say these words if you can. Round the ragged rock, the ragged rascal ran. Tell them I'm not crazy, tell them I'm not mad. 'Twas only 6 pints of that cider I had. Oh never, never again, if I live to 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up after drinking a pint of that Johnny Jump Up. A man died in the Union by the name of McNabb. They washed him and laid him outside on the slab. And after O'Connell his tyrement took, his wife took him home to a bloody fine wake. About 12 o'clock and the beer it was high, when the corpse he sat up and he said with a sigh, I can't go to heaven, they won't let me in, until I bring them a pint of that Johnny Jump Up. Oh never, never again, if I live to 100 or 110. For I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up after drinking a pint of that Johnny Jump Up. Oh never, never again, if I live to 100 or 110. For I fell to the ground and I couldn't get up after drinking a pint of that Johnny Jump Up. Yay! That's just such a fun song. I love it. I love it. Alright, hopefully you guys are having fun out there. I don't even know. What time did we start? I forget. It was a little late. It's about 10:30. I actually kind of wrote out a set list. I think I'm getting close to the end of that. What time did we start? It was around, I think it was probably around 9:30, something like that. Anywho, so I'm going to do a few more, just a couple more. I have a polka set, and then I got a couple more real type things, and could sing Wild Mountain Time at the end. Does anybody want to hear and sing along at home with Wild Mountain Time? I could do that yet too. Anywho, so here are polka set. It's John Egan's, and then Tourmore's 1 and 2. Actually, I'm going to do Egan's, then 2, then 1. And yeah, these songs are actually reaching all the way back to where I first started playing Celtic music in the mid-90s with Dave Molinari and Smash the Windows and all that wonderful stuff. Way back with when my mom started playing with Amadon, the local group, and Jane and a bunch of people out there. So yes, we're reaching back into the depths to find music for you all. And it's been fun. I've really enjoyed going back through all my music and finding some more stuff. So, Slainte, to all of you, to your health. I hope you all are taking care of each other and being well with yourselves and getting enough sleep and drinking enough water, not just your booze, right? Even though it's St. Pat's, come on, right? Don't weigh yourself down too much. So, cheers, Slainte. That's Bushmills and coffee because you list it in the order of number of ingredients, and that one has more Bushmills. I'm just about done, so I can have a little bit more. All right, John Egan's, Tourmore's 2, Tourmore 1. Polkas, so dance along. D. These are key of D for those playing along at home. I think I've not mentioned that a lot, but... So, polka set. I hope you are a little out of breath from dancing. Get some exercise going, right? Dancing. All right. So a few more for you. This next one is Kildare's Fancy. And I'm just actually found this afternoon where I was looking through stuff. I was like, hey, this actually goes with another piece called Last Night's Fun. So Kildare's Fancy turned into Last Night's Fun. Well, okay. So Kildare's Fancy is a hornpipe. And then we'll get into a real tempo, as opposed to a fake tempo, right? I had to do it. I had to groan. All right, Kildare's Fancy, and then Last Night's Fun. So these are both in the key of D. So, all right. How are we doing? What time is it? 10:30. Anybody out there want to sing along? Want to sing along? Thumbs up if you want to sing along. Wild Mountain Time. That's the one. And we'll all go together to pull Wild Mountain Time. All around the bloomin' heather, will ye go, lassie, go? Only since I'm female, I'm going to sing it, will you go, laddie, go? So you sing however you want to sing it. If you want to sing for the lassies or if you want to sing for the laddies, you sing however you want to sing it. So I got a couple. So you're my captive audience. Well, actually, you're not. If you don't want it, you can just go away. That's nice. Anyway, so this is Wild Mountain Time, and this is all about, going with your true love out to the mountain to pick the Wild Mountain Time. Yeah, picking Wild Mountain Time. And we'll all go together. We'll all pick that Wild Mountain Time. Will you go, let it go? Because, there's lots of places you can vanish to when you're out picking mountain time. And some people leave off the last verse. Personally, for the song and for the era, well, not necessarily for the era, but for the song, I'll leave the last verse in because it's yeah. So like, I think one of my groups used to play this at weddings periodically, and we would leave the last verse off. It's a very pragmatic verse. Let's just say that one. All right, so shutting up and singing. Oh, the summer time's a comin', and the trees are sweetly bloomin', when the wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, let ye go, and we'll all go together to pull Wild Mountain Time all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, let ye go? I will build my love a bower by yon clear and crystal fountain, and on it I'll pour all the flowers of the mountain. Will ye go, let ye go, and we'll all go together to pull Wild Mountain Time all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, let ye go? If my true love will not go, I will surely find another to pull Wild Mountain Time all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, let ye go, and we'll all go together to pull Wild Mountain Time all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, let ye go, and we'll all go together to pull Wild Mountain Time all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, let ye go? Will ye go, let ye go? There it is, Mountain Time. And I'm remembering hanging out at Quinn's with a big group of people at the end of the night, just swinging and swaying back and forth. Beautiful song. All right, so I think I have one more for you guys. It is 10:39. I think it's about an hour ago that I started, so it's about par for course. Lots of paper. Yeah. So, happy St. Pat's to you all. Cheers, Slainte. Be well. You are already at home, so we can't say safe home, Slainte, because you're already there. Probably. Most likely, unless you're in a service industry and you had to be out.
Unless you're at work.
Yes, unless you happen to be at work. Yes, and then absolutely, as Cliffy says, Slanawaya, get home safe, be home, be well. Okay, take care of yourselves, and try not to spread it on to somebody that might be a little bit more vulnerable to getting a really bad case. and enjoy your St. Pat's, the rest of it. Got a couple hours left. Love you all too. Yes, be well. And Slainte. So I'll end you on a little bit of an up note. This one is Toss the Feathers, and I'm throwing in another Scottish piece to end it out. So Toss the Feathers is pretty traditional. The last one, Kirsten's Reel, was written, copyright it says 1993, by Judith Peacock. Judith Peacock is a member of, I want to say, Whistle Binkies, I think it is. It's a Scottish group. Anyway, Judith Peacock, and she was kind enough to let us record it on the first, I think this is on the first Central Sun CD. Yeah, so here it is. Toss the Feathers, going into Kirsten's Reel, and this is one that we used to do with Funmore, Central Sun, way back in the day. Anyway, wonderful to see you all. Hope you enjoyed the music. I'm thinking I might possibly, depending on what projects I get caught up in, I might possibly try and do a few more over the next few days. Possibly, I'll post and stuff. And after St. Pat's, I'll probably do a mix of other things. Might do some of the gypsy rock stuff, might do some of my Italian stuff, a variety of different types of music. But I will, I'll post and let you know if I'm going to do another set. So, Slainte,
I can pretty much promise that she won't get swifty.
All right, so, yes. So, yes, that was Cliffy. Do you want to say goodnight, Cliffy?
Good night, Cliffy.
Good night, Cliffy. Oh. Cheers, Slainte. Be well.
All will be well.
All will be well. He's stealing my line. That's my Blue Lantern line. But yes, he's reminding me. Yes, all will be well. You know, this seems kind of freaked out right now, but it will be well. Everything will settle down again. All right, so just breathe. Be well. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Cheers. And good night.